Let's dive into a theory that sounds wild but gets more plausible the closer you look. Hip-hop music as a tool for prison propaganda. The idea is that some mainstream rap doesn't just reflect street life. It's engineered to glorify crime and incarceration, creating a feedback loop that keeps prisons full. Private prison contractors profit from high incarceration rates, and influencing culture through music could be a subtle way to ensure a steady stream of inmates. When songs constantly celebrate crime in prison, it can normalize these behaviors for young listeners, turning incarceration into a badge of honor. This isn't about blaming artists, but about questioning who amplifies these messages, and why. The real question: who benefits from these narratives and what's at stake for our communities? How does this work? Not with cash-stuffed envelopes, but through the corporate music industry's influence. Ice Cube once pointed out that the industry shifted from conscious rap to gangsta rap, not by accident but by design. Record labels, often owned by conglomerates with ties to private prisons, push artists toward crime-glorifying content because it sells and it serves their broader interests. Labels decide which songs get promoted, shaping artists' images and, by extension, public perception. If crime sells and fills prison beds, it's a self-sustaining business model. Authenticity gets manufactured, and positive messages are sidelined. When you follow the money, the path can lead straight to the gates of for-profit prisons. Private prisons exploded in the 1980s and 90s, promising efficiency but delivering a profit-driven nightmare. These companies are paid per prisoner per day, so their business thrives on full cells, not rehabilitation. They lobbied for harsher sentencing laws, fueling mass incarceration, especially for non-violent offenses. The Kids for Cash scandal showed just how far this can go. Judges took kickbacks to send children to private detention for minor infractions. Private prisons cut costs by understaffing and neglecting care, maximizing profit at the expense of human dignity. Every dollar not spent on inmates is profit for shareholders. The system is designed to be inhumane, treating people as commodities, not individuals. Justice becomes secondary to profit. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery except as punishment for crime. That's the legal basis for forced prison labor today. Inmates work for pennies, producing goods for major corporations, unable to unionize or quit. This system undercuts the outside labor market and keeps costs low for companies. Who ends up in this system? Mostly people from underfunded communities with poor schools and few opportunities. Lack of education limits options and makes young people more vulnerable to incarceration and exploitation. The prison industrial complex profits from a poorly educated populace. Underfunding schools isn't just a social failure, it's a business strategy for the prison industry. Education is the first line of defense against this cycle. So what can we do? The first step is awareness. Understanding how culture, profit, and incarceration are connected. Education, both formal and informal, is our most powerful weapon. We need to teach financial literacy, media literacy, and civic literacy so young people see alternatives to crime and recognize manipulation. Demand transparency from corporations and question who profits from incarceration and media narratives. Push for laws that break the link between profit and punishment. Ban private prisons, end forced labor. Invest in schools, not cells. Break the cycle where lack of opportunity leads to crime, and crime leads to profit for a few. Change starts with conversations, questions, and demanding better for our communities. We can't afford to keep dancing to a tune that profits from our pain. This message brought to you by the United States Cultural Preservation Society.